Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. My name is Megan and today I have a second episode of my book Unhaul series for you. So in this video we will be going over some young adult novels that I'm getting rid of. Just know that you guys don't have to agree with me on any of my opinions on these books, but this is just my opinion and why I'm getting rid of them. Alrighty, so let's get started. So the first book in today's Unhaul is Wicked 2. So this is like an omnibus version of, I don't even remember the name of the series. I think it's the Wicked series. So this is book 3 and 4 in the Wicked series. This is like an omnibus version of this. Now I read, let's see, so I read the first omnibus, the second omnibus, and the last books. I think there's a total of 5 books, but they all came out in like these bind-up editions a long time ago. And I'm getting rid of all 3 of them. I couldn't find my first one for this one, but I'm getting rid of all 3 of these because they just aren't what I'm interested in anymore. So these are about some witches, and there's like a blood feud between 2 witch families, and it was just a lot. And you know, they were good when I read them, but they just don't interest me anymore, so that's kind of why I'm getting rid of them. So I'm getting rid of all 3 of my books that I have. So this next book, I've already gotten rid of most of the series, and that would be the Circufreak series. I only got through maybe 5 or 6, I don't really remember, but after a while this series just became a lot to deal with because it just got so weird after I think this book actually, and I just didn't feel like I was in the right mindset for this series anymore. I just wasn't quite as interested in it after probably about book 5. It just kind of fell off my radar, and I don't know, I feel like I've outgrown this series, so I've already gotten rid of books 1 through 3. So this is, I think, book 4. This one is the last remaining of my Circufreak books, and it will soon be going to a new home at the used bookstore. Now, this next one, this book really disappointed me, and that would be Magic Under Glass. I really liked the premise of this book. So it's about this girl who sings and dances, and a young man hires her to perform with a piano-playing automaton, and this automaton is powered by a ghost. And she kind of figures that out, and the automaton is trying to come back to life and regain its independence from basically this metal body that it's been shoved into. And that's what kind of caught my eye about this book, and it did not live up to the expectations that I had for it. This book was pretty bad. It was so like one-dimensional. I think I gave this one it looks like I gave this one a 2.5 stars, and looking back on my review, I was really not impressed with it, and there was so much that could have been done with this book, but it just wasn't there, and it was really disappointing because the concept for this was gorgeous, but this book was just not good. It was just ugh. So the next book that I'm getting rid of is Nightlight. So this was a Twilight parody that came out quite a while ago. This was just kind of stupid, and I really don't know why. I do remember why I read it, because I have a lot of mixed feelings about Twilight, and I read this hoping it would be kind of funny and just weird. It was funny and interesting, but I just don't want it on my shelf anymore. It's just not worth having it around, because it's just, I'm never gonna read it again. I read maybe half of it the first time through, and it just So that's why this one's going. And the last book in today's Unhaul is Ink Exchange. So this is the last book that I have by Melissa Marr in this series. I think I only read up to this one. Or no, there was another one after this that I read. I've gotten rid of the other couple books that I had. This series was very confusing for me, and I just didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Something that I did not want to continue reading. So this one is gonna go find a new home at the used bookstore, along with everything else that I've talked about for today's video. Alright, so these are all the books that I am unhauling today because I just didn't like any of them. So, you know, whatever. But like I said at the beginning of the video, you guys don't have to agree with me on my opinions. These are just solely what I feel about these books, and if you guys have any books that you're unhauling, let me know down in the comments. Alright, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for joining me for this edition of my unhaul. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. You can also hit the notification button to get notifications whenever I post a new video. And if you'd like, I will leave a couple of links to social media down below if you'd like to follow me. Alrighty, bye guys!